Welcome back to Breakfast from Bahrain. My name is Bob Babbitt. We are brought to you by Babbittville Radio. Our next guest, two-time Ironman 70.3 world champion and one of the best pure talents in our sport, Mr. Michael Raelert. Michael, how are you?
Thank you very much. It sounds really nice from you.
Well, it's from the heart, man. You're besides being a spectacular athlete, which you've always been, I love your personality. I love what you bring to our sport. This sport is all about bringing new people in, and you've done a great job of that because you're a very engaging guy. When you came to San Diego for our awards, people still talk about how great you were. So anyways, how are you feeling? You've been having, this last part of the year has been very good. You've been racing really, really well.
Yeah, fortunately, and of course I had some good result, but the result at this time or at this point is not the main thing. It's just that I'm able to race again, to stand up next to the best guys and be a part of it, and so I'm already happy again. Even that I'm not like, maybe this Saturday, if I'm not winning, I don't really care. I'm just be happy to be here and just be a part and get my normal life back.
Well, so after you had so much success when you were 2000, when you won 70.3 World Championships a couple times in a row, and then was the goal then to step up to the full distance? And Andy had so much success in it. How hard was it to make that transition from the half distance to the full distance for you?
Actually, harder than I thought. Like I thought it comes easy. Like 70.3 didn't come easy for me, but it's such a different format. And I thought like Ironman would be the same, and so I thought with my Ironman 70.3 training, it's pretty easy to step up for an Ironman.
Right.
But I figured out it was pretty naive, like
yes,
pretty
naive is the word,
infantile, and so and it took a long time to realize this. And of course, and sometimes if it doesn't really run well, you get a little more bad luck, and so. But right now, I hope it's the past, and so the future is a bit more bright. And of course, I'm looking for Ironman. And this year, Sebastian Kienle won 70, like the
Ironman World Champs, yeah.
And he pretty motivated myself, and of course my brother. And so it's definitely what I'm doing, and this is what I'm looking forward.
Have you done many of the challenge races before?
Actually, just one this year. This was my first year after my first race after a long period.
Yes.
And I really liked it. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's different to WTC, to Ironman, but for me it's more familiar, and it's
nice people.
It's really nice.
It's a family atmosphere.
Honestly, like it's everybody say a challenge is family, and on one point it's so professional, but on the other part it is really familiar. Everybody gives you a hug, everybody say hi, and it's not. You won't see really the business out there. There is business, but it's more familiar business, and this is you feel welcome, and this is like a great feeling.
So last year you really hadn't been able to race much. Most of last year, I think it was like June of 2013 until later this year. How hard was it for you not to be able to get out there and race? Because I know you love racing.
Actually, this is also the reason why I race at the end of the year so much without really specific training or with a big base. At the first, when I got injured and had an accident, I got really frustrated, and I thought, why it's always me and like getting this sort.
Yes.
But I figured out it's just life. It goes always. It doesn't matter if you're doing sport or business or. Right. So it's always up and down, and it hits me pretty much down, so double down or 3 times down.
Yes.
But I figured out if I won't get myself up, there's nobody who pushes me, so I had to get myself moving. And and in the down part, I figured out what I really want to do and what I really enjoyed. And if you're on kind of a top of what you're doing, you don't realize what you're doing. And so I missed it so much that I really start thinking I have to come back. I definitely want to do this sport for the next 5 to 7, 8 years, as long as I can. And this keeps me motivated again. So of course, I felt I wasn't depressed, but I felt really sorry for myself, what has always hit me. But I figured out it's just life, and if I want to go back or want to come back, I have to get just myself motivated and work I don't want to say ass off, but I have
work your ass off. Absolutely, you have to work your ass off.
And I figured out that it's not really winning races, it's just competing and like being part of Ironman, of challenge. It doesn't really matter, it's just being part of triathlon. And this, honestly, it sounds so weird, but this makes me really happy. Like,
well, did you being able to race again, it just sounds like that you appreciate it more now than maybe you did before.
Yeah, for sure. Or like, for example, I went to races and did the races. I won, came second or third or whatever.
Yeah.
And I said it's just a normal way. Like, I didn't really put focus on the culture of the organization, of the people around, on the volunteers. And when I just got back and I figured out like what it means to run even an event, and the people who's cheering for it, I really realized what it means. And it's so much more if you just go to the race, do the race and leave. And so it's so much more experience just to see everything, and I'm really happy to do this. Like, this is, I don't want to say a privilege, everybody can do it, but for me it's it
is a privilege. To be able to race professionally and travel around the world?
Yeah, but okay, in your way, yeah. But I reckon everybody can do it professionally. You just have to train and to put your focus on triathlon. But I really figured out that triathlon is my lifestyle, it's my life, and so
it's who you are.
It's what I am, and this is really what I figured out. And so it's so happy to be just back and start running without having any problems. And so it sounds weird, I know. It's
basically in the U.S. we call that smelling the roses. It's like you're enjoying the journey, and you're taking the time to smell the roses along the way. You're taking the time to enjoy not just, okay, I got third place, my run split was 112. It was talking to the age groupers, talking to the other people, finding out what their story is. That makes it more important to you.
Yeah, the details. You see more the details, and you really start enjoying it. And of course, I won't be lying if I said I don't want to win. Of course, I'm here for winning, and I want to win races, and I want to be still the best of the world.
Right.
But it's to be the best of the world. It's not winning races, to see the race, to see the bigger picture of triathlon. And I reckon I'm not there right now, but I'm trying to figure it out more and more, and I reckon maybe I'm on the right way. And yeah, for sure, I want to win races, but I enjoy even just to be here and be a part of it.
Was it hard when you had so much success fairly young, right, winning the 70.3 races? Was it hard to, people are saying, oh, Michael Raelert's going to win Ironman, he's going to win this, he's going to win that. Did you hear all those other voices, and was that hard when you had those expectations now of you being the best triathlete ever?
Yeah, honestly, a lot of people say, yeah, I have just the expectation of myself, and I reckon it's a lie. You have the expectation of the outside and of all the satellites, and if you get all the people saying you're winning, you have so much more confidence. No, not confidence, but you think it's just the easy way. It's normal.
It's supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's happened. There's nothing can go wrong. You can't get a crash on a bike or with a car, so there's like, life is always perfect. Everybody tells you, and this is what I figured out. Like, life is not perfect. Life is not going one way, and at one point, if it goes another way, you see all the satellites around you. They're leaving. I don't know. Hey,
where'd the satellites go?
Yeah, you said I'm the best and I can win everything, and right now there's nobody. So it's just life. I don't complain. It's just what I figured out for myself, and even for Andy, for my brother. It is what it is, and we have to accept it. And for the future, we pick our satellites. I reckon with more.
You're a little more careful about your satellite, because you know that you want satellites who are going to believe in you and Andy, no matter how you finish in a race.
And thank you. Yeah, this is what your English is way better, but it's what we figured out. And so it's a lot of people talk, if you're in a good way, like everything is perfect, but it's at one point it's always changed a bit, and it is life. And so I reckon we both figured this out. But for Andy as well, we figured out it's of course winning races it's our job, it's our passion, but it's even more just to be a part, to see the triathlon, how it developed. And so we are so thankful for Bahrain.
Bahrain. Yeah.
Bahrain.
Yes, good job, better than me.
And that they installed such a great event in a, I don't want to say an undeveloped sports area.
No,
but yeah, and so
this is fairly new triathlon world.
And so it's growing up fast, and so we are thankful just to see how it's, maybe it was like 76, 77, 78, like the same way.
And, is, yeah.
And so we are pretty much, or I'm really enjoyable to see this, how it's happened.
Yes. Has this whole experience for both you and Andy, I mean, Andy was second at Ironman when Macca won, and then really for both of you, there's been injuries and the racing hasn't been up to your standards. Has it made you guys even closer? Not that you weren't close to begin with, but I'm imagining, like you talk about the satellites, you have one satellite you know you can count on, and that's Andy.
Yeah. Sorry. No, but I reckon we were close before, but we both realized that like sport is, for some people sport is just business, and it's not sad, it's just what it is. So you can't complain on them, like for them it's business, and for us it's a passion. And triathlon is it's sport, but it's our passion, and if it's sometimes, we have to accept that it's for some people just business.
Right.
And so at the start we got a little bit not frustrated, but we thought the world is kind of rosa, like it's always blue and shiny.
It's always nice.
But yeah, if you look behind the scene, it's sometimes business, but at the end it is the way. And luckily there are so many people that are just doing it for passion and for joy and for love. And so this is what we figured out, this is the right way.
Love that. So this course, when you look at your 2 world championships in Claremont, in Clearwater, I'm sorry, though that was a sort of a flat bike ride, which could be windy, and a run was sort of flat. This is sort of like that type of course, you think? Does this course suit you?
Honestly, I reckon it would suit me like kind of perfect, but the last 3 or 4 races I did like in a compressed...
Very short period of time. Would you win 4 out of 5 races, something like that?
Yeah, and just in 2 months, I reckon, and I haven't got the base, so I lost a bit of energy for the journey, but it's not complaining, it is what it is. Yes. So my expectation, went a little bit down, like of course I'm here for winning, but I have to be realistic, and I hope I can be still under the top guys.
Yes.
What it means, I don't know, but I'm still here for winning. But this course, I reckon, is so fast, especially like for the last part of the bike. You got more tailwind.
Yeah.
And we will see on Saturday really, really fast times. I'm not sure, because it's December. Nobody really raced except the Australians in December. So I reckon no one will really in 100% top shape. But the world record, I still hold it. Yes. Might be. I hope I will still hold it after Saturday.
Oh, what is your world record? That's right.
3:34.
3:34.
Yeah. And but I reckon we will have really fast times, and there's some really, really good athletes out there. They can run like
108, 109, 110. Yeah.
Crazy. And so yeah, we will see. And it's so interesting what has happened on Saturday. Like everybody is nervous for sure, but everybody is excited to see the new area, to see the new country, and so. But at the end of the day, we see, I reckon, really, really fast times.
Michael, the thing I'm happiest about is I can see the spark in your eye again. Mm-hmm. You're happy, and that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? What you've gone through in the last couple of years doesn't matter if you're happy.
Yeah, thank you. No, it is, but yeah. But right now I'm still nervous for the race, so I'm happy. And the first 2 days, when I arrived, I was kind of really, I didn't know where I have to look. Like it was so fantastic, everything. And so, but right now I'm pretty much back in the race mode and try to focus. But yeah, and Saturday after the race, I reckon I'm more open than everybody, and it doesn't matter how the race goes.
Yes.
I will be happy. It sounds like an excuse, but honestly, it doesn't matter how it goes. Of course, if I get a flat, I will be a bit disappointed.
Right.
But if I just go through with no problems, I will be happy.
What's your goals for next year? Have you already started thinking about what you want to do in 2015?
Yeah, thanks to Sebastian Kienle. He motivated me, so I'm definitely do want to do Ironman Kona.
Yeah.
And of course, yeah, with Andy. And the other thing is like looking around, and I figured out, or I've heard a rumor that more races coming out in the Middle East.
Yes.
And I'm honestly, this is such a new experience for me as.
Is this your first time in Middle East?
Oh, yeah. So it's like, so I'm really getting a bit flashy. Like, oh wow, this is pretty new. And so I'm really looking forward. Maybe next year there's Dubai coming up, and kind of for these races as well. But yeah, the main goal is Selam Zey, like the Ironman 70.3 World Champs in Europe. and Ironman World Champs in Kona. So still the same.
Michael, thanks so much for taking time. Again, great to have you back. I love the fact that you're happy and healthy, and you're gonna knock them dead on Saturday.
Thank you very much for having me here, really, Bob. I really appreciate it.
All right, Michael Raelert has been our guest. Again, this is Breakfast from Bahrain. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by Babbittville Radio. Check us out on iTunes. Hold on, everyone. We'll be right back.